will either be refused an appointment or you can be received but given the cold treatment. Di ba? Kung di mo kakilala, nagpapakilala ka dahil meron ka ng antimanong intuition gathered from several facts in the past that this person will be welcome, will be conducive to a friendship or will present you a welcome with respect to your proposal. Hindi ba ganon? Kaya ngayon, dahil wala dito si Mrs. Napoles, kailangan mag-surmise na lang tayo, bakit pinili ni Napoles itong si Enrile at si Estrada? Ano ang gayuman nila? Na sila lang ang pinili niya. O, sa negosyong ito, kakilala na kaya sila? Ngayon, next point. Under the rules of court, when a witness testifies, his testimony should be corroborated by another witness. Hindi naman ulit meron kang testigo tapos ng kaso. Hanggat sa maaari, merong nagko-corroborate sa kanya, isa, dalawa. Pero hindi naman sa paramihan ng testigo. No, because the Supreme Court has taught us witnesses must be weighed. Tingnan mo kung anong bigat ng sinasabi niya, not numbered. Hindi lang sa bilang nila. O, ngayon. That is the general rule. A witness must be corroborated by another witness. But there is an exception, and I have to read from the 2010 case of People v. Anabe. You'll notice I'm always reading all these latest cases because in law, the latest case has the greater weight. Yung nauna ng desisyon, mahina na yon. Yung pinakabagong desisyon, yon ang talagang batas dyan. Ngayon, sabi ng Korte Suprema, quote, the uncorroborated testimony of a state witness may be sufficient when it is shown to be sincere in itself, because it is given unhesitatingly and in a straightforward manner, and full of details which, by their nature, would not have been the result of deliberate afterthought. This exception, however, applies only if the state witness is an eyewitness, since the testimony would then be direct evidence. Kaya, hindi ka lang eyewitness, direct pa ang evidence mo. Kaya hindi ka na kailangan i-corroborate. Kasi ikaw mismo ang nakakita eh. Since you are an eyewitness and your testimony is direct evidence, there is no need for corroboration, actually. However, prior to your appearance and your affidavit, many other whistleblowers already executed affidavits which serve to corroborate your testimony. Who are these other witnesses who serve to corroborate your affidavit? They're seated beside you. This is a rhetorical question. Who are they? Sino makakorroborate ng mga pinagsasabi ninyo? Ayan.
Si Ben-Hur po.
And who else?
Well, Miss Napoles.
Is there anybody else?
Marina ba yun? Marina Sula.
Mm-hmm. And others that you cannot immediately name.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Next point. In your affidavit, page 3, in answer to question 9, you said that upon learning of the NBI and DOJ investigations, quote, out of fear for my personal safety, I immediately left the Philippines for the United States of America. By now, you already know that another person interested in this pork barrel scam, Attorney Gigi Reyes, former Chief of Staff of Senator Enrile, in addition to the other roles that he played in his life, also left the Philippines and until now has not been located. Question. While you were abroad or at any time after the pork barrel scam was reported in the media, have you been in touch with Attorney Reyes?
No, I was never in touch with her.
In your affidavit, page 5, in answer to question number 20, you said that you already knew Senator Enrile because you were godparents at a wedding. And you said, quote, his chief of staff, Attorney Gigi Reyes, comma, and I were friends before I even met Mrs. Napoles.
Yes, ma'am.
Question. If it is true that Attorney Reyes and you were friends way back, why is it that in your affidavit, page 9, in answer to question numbers 38 and 39, you said, quote, at first, Attorney Gigi Reyes refused to see your client, Janet Napoles, but agreed to course the release of Senator Juan Ponce's Enrile's PDAF, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, bakit siya nagtanggi muna? Tapos,
Yo, ayaw niya humakilala si Mrs. Napoles.
Oh. Kaya, ano ngayon nagpapalit ng isip niya?
Actually, when I approached her again, if she could meet with Mrs. Napoles, that was the time that there was a Senate hearing on Jok Volante.
Right.
And she was afraid that I think she was going to be called or she was going to be summoned, something like that. And she didn't stop bugging me until I could introduce her. And that's the
Siya
time
na ngayon ang naghingi na introduce siya doon kay Napoles.
si Napoles ang mapilit na gusto niya
Si
makausap.
Napoles.
Si Attorney Gigi
Hinahabol
Reyes
niya talaga si Gigi Reyes.
para ma-explain daw yung side niya.
Okay. Let me refer to her affidavit. Question number 46, quote, from the accounting records and statements of Ben-Hur Lui, it seemed that after I introduced Attorney Gigi Reyes to Janet Napoles, they started directly transacting for the PDAF of Senator Enriles. Question, does this mean that you are cut out of the deal because Attorney Reyes and Ms. Napoles seem to have excluded you from the chain of parties involved in the transaction? You were cut out.
I was not included anymore.
I'm sorry?
They were